Hey everyone, I just wanted to share a quick video with you about how to come up with some ideas to make a Advent wreath to enjoy at home with your family. Typically, we would have an Advent wreath at the church that we would take turns with the family lighting every Sunday. But because we are still worshiping at home and having to get very creative in the time of COVID, I wanted to give you a few options for how to make your own family Advent wreath. And I'll give you some ideas, some options. Whatever wreath you end up making, it should be a wreath that you enjoy, that you have fun with your family in creating, and that it serves well in your home. So I'll give you a few ideas and we'll walk through a demonstration, I suppose, together. So yeah, we'll go from there. So all of these things I picked up at Michael's. You can pick up comparable things at Hobby Lobby, the dollar store, any craft store that you want to pick any kind of Christmas things up at. You can also use some greenery from your yard if you have some plants that need to be trimmed back for the allegedly cold weather we should receive at some point this winter. This would be a great use of those branches and twigs that you trim out of your yard to just wrap around with some wire like this, or even you can just tuck the ends together so it would make a nice little wreath. Or you can use a wreath that you have at home. Now I happen to buy this wreath because our door wreath goes on our door and is massive, but a little 18-inch wreath like this usually goes for around $3 to $5. What we also have are 4 little taper candle holders. Now you have some options for candles as well. So traditionally there are 4 candles that are lit for Advent, and those are for faith, hope, love, and joy. And Michael's sells purple for faith, hope, and joy. And this isn't supposed to be pink, it's called rose, technically. There we go, rose for the week of love. But you can do whatever kind of candles work for you. If all white candles works for you, or if you have maybe not taper candles on hand, let's say that you have some votive candles in some glass holders, or maybe even some tea lights. One thing that's really nice is if you get one of the votive holders and you fill it up halfway up with sand, and you can put a little tea light on top. So any kind of candle setup can work for you, whatever it is you happen to either see in the store and like, or that you have on hand. I cannot stress this enough. You can use whatever it is that you happen to have available to you. Don't stress about having to buy all new stuff. I think it'll have much more character if you go with what you like and go with what you have. I also picked up a few little details. Now, if you've never seen these before, these are called picks, and you can always find them in the aisle where they do either seasonal decorations or where they do like floral, the sort of the fake floral department. And so we've got some little berries, some twigs here, and we've got some little greenery and some little holly pieces there. But you can also have, if you have kids, this might be a great opportunity for them to come up with something really clever and creative to help decorate the Advent wreath. And then the final piece we have is a white pillar candle. Now, you can use just a 5th candle if you want, a 5th votive, a 5th tea light, whatever works for you. But this is lit on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and makes up the 12 days of Christmas. You would continue to light this one. So what I'm going to work on is taking these taper candle holders and wrapping a little bit of floral wire around the rim of them to seat them into the wreath. So I'll be right back after I complete that. All right, so I've got 3 of the taper holders secured to the wreath with my little wire here. And I figured I'd show you the last one so you can see how it looks. I just get a length of wire. I just eyeball it like 1.5 feet. You could do bigger, you could do smaller depending on your situation. And I've got these cute little jewelry wire, travel jewelry wire clippers. I'm a woman of many hobbies. So that just goes right through the wire. And there's this nice little notch on the base, and that's a perfect spot for this wire to go. I'm just gonna wrap it around, crossing it maybe 3 times. Maybe 2. That'll give us enough length to wrap it around. And so, because this is an artificial wreath, we're able to bend the little branches a little bit so we can make a little flat spot for our candle holder to rest on. We've got our little sort of north, south, east, west. Everybody is nicely spaced out. I can pass this wire underneath and pass that wire underneath. Make sure they meet up on the bottom, that way we can twist them. And then you can just tuck it in nicely. Now if you have more wire, you can always bring it up the sides and wrap it around the holder again. And so now that we've got a little nice flat spot for this to rest, we want to make sure everybody's kind of resting nicely. You can bend those little branches back around the holder so it looks like it just belongs there. I don't know, it doesn't necessarily look natural, but it looks like it belongs, right? So our next step, this is totally optional, but I think it makes it look nice. You could have a nice Advent wreath just with wreath and candles. So I think I will take the pigs, and I'm not going to take the tags off right now because I don't want to waste anyone's time, but let's see. I can give you an idea of what the finished product will look like. So we just tuck that little pick in there. And I think it'd look nice to have them all heading the same direction, facing the same direction, and then alternating. So we'll take this guy that has a little conifer and a little cute little pine cone there, and we will nestle that in here. And the great thing about these picks too is they're flexible. Well, not these picks aren't, but these picks are. With the longer tail are flexible wire, and you can just wrap that around however you like. So we got one of the conifer looking ones. We'll do another one of the little, I don't know if these are cranberries or what you'd call, ooh, let's do it this way. That way the leaves on the bottom. There we go. Little cranberry spray there. And we'll finish up with our little conifer one. And make sure that these are tucked nicely out of the way of the candle so that you're not running the risk of having something plastic near an open flame. That's never good news. All right, so we've got our little Advent wreath there. Let's see, everybody's sticking up kind of high. We can settle those down a little, I think. All right, looking good. Let's settle this guy down too. All right, so once we've got our little decorations, our accoutrement, whatever you want to decorate it with, and again, this could be something all natural. This could be fresh cranberries. This could be art project from the kids, whatever you want to do. We can put in our candles. We've got rose for love there. And a tip as well, I'm not going to do it here, but I'll just tell you. If you have a candle that's sort of rocking and rolling in its holder, you can take a little bit of foil and put it on the bottom of the candle and wrap it around so it'll have a nice place to rest. And it takes up a little bit of the space that it wobbles around in, but then it'll sit nicely, and because it's all shiny, you won't be able to see it through the glass. So we've got love, we'll call that faith, we'll call this hope, and we'll call this joy. All right, so we've got everyone sitting nicely except for the last candle. I'll show you. I just have a single little layer of foil right there. It's just one little tiny square. It's not doubled over or anything. That would make it too thick and it wouldn't fit smoothly. All right. There you go. Can't even tell it's in there, right? Okay. So let's check everybody out. Okay. Make sure everybody is upright. And you can just mess with this as you go, mess with it until it looks right to you. So in our center, we would have our white pillar candle, the Christ candle. It's that easy. I think it took me all in all maybe 15 minutes to do. And it's a nice activity to enjoy with the rest of the family. Again, use fresh greenery if you want. There's also a tutorial that will be linking to with information from the Synod on making a wreath, and that one's super involved. You've got like a styrofoam ring, and there's a hot glue gun involved, and it's a lot. But if you're a little extra, and that's how you like to make Advent, one of the ways in which you like to make Advent special, that's certainly something you can do. Now, my favorite thing to do for an Advent wreath is just to keep it simple. So I'll see if I can maybe put a photo at the end here, perhaps here, of our typical Advent wreath that we do. So it's just a white rectangular platter from World Market, a little appetizer platter. It's maybe $7, $6. And just some blue and purple, or blue and pink and white votive candles. So you can substitute blue instead of purple, of course, or gold, or do orange if you like orange. Do maroon if you are an Aggie fan, if that's something that would bring you joy and would be really special for you and your family. So I hope this gives you some ideas. You certainly don't have to go to Michael's, although it's a lot of fun to go to Michael's and pick up some crafting supplies. You can use whatever it is you have at home. Fresh greenery, wreaths that you already have, little odds and ends decorations that you already have, and just make it special for you and for your family. And I hope what you'll do is take some time, maybe after Thanksgiving, to enjoy some time and maybe work on a family wreath together. Think about what might be special and fun for you all to get ready for our season of Advent. So, and I hope that you'll share it. So I would love to see some photos on our Facebook group page about what it is that you've done. So this is one of our wreaths, and you'll see a picture of of our little very simple platter wreath for Advent. And I hope you come up with something different. Maybe you'll have something new and interesting, or maybe you'll be a traditionalist, who knows. But yeah, make sure that you make it your own. And with that, I think I'm done. So I hope that Advent season, I know this is a little bit of a different season than we've typically had for Advent and Christmas over the last few years. We're stuck at home, we're not able to see family in the same way we would in the past, other than maybe Zoom. So take these moments, take this time to have experiences with the people that you care about, be that friends, family, whoever is in your little safe COVID bubble, to just have some joy, find something good. And I hope this will be one of those opportunities for you. So make your Advent wreath, or make your Advent platter, or come up with something totally brand new and ridiculous, and we'll absolutely love it. Give it a shot. Bye, everybody.